Goodness gracious. Worst roof hatch on earth. Don't fall on my head. All right. They say they're hot in this little restaurant, which I will not name. Let me make sure it's turned the right way. Good enough for me. All right, 53% battery. Hopefully this one doesn't take long. She's turned off. That would be one reason that they're hot. That's the kitchen unit. I think they obviously already know something's up with that. Today, for this one, hydration, got my little bag. Didn't bring the big honker up here. This one's not running. That's a nice Trane over there. I bet you it's not running. No, that's turned on, and that one's turned on. Or is it now? Yeah, it is. So basically they have 0 ACs running in this building. So I'm gonna start off with this guy, since the dining area is definitely redonkulously hot. And we're gonna just poke in and see what we get in the electrical compartments, which should be right here, but that electrical runs in right there. Pretty sure that's gonna be where your filter trays are. Yeah, that means you must run it all the way across. Do what you gotta do, I guess. So this one's AC troubleshooting, obviously 3 units, so it might take me a minute. This is not an old unit at all, but I have a feeling she's dead. I don't know why yet, but we're gonna look at it and see. First off, we're gonna see if we've got power. Let me get these tools off my back. Okay, pull out the flucometer and test on them big wires right there. See if we got any voltages, and we'll roll from there. I do know that 2 of the thermostats are dead, which tells me either the transformer's bad or the thing tripped a breaker. Something's going on with power, because transformer's what feeds that 24 volts to your thermostat. I'm gonna go to V mode, put the swirly line on top, and see what we got over here. 0, 0, 0. We got 0.0 voltages, 0.00. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I do, so obviously we have a trip breaker, is I'm going to test these compressors, because most of the time whenever it starts getting warm and they bust these things on, we ground out a compressor. It's pretty so we're going to test them to ground. I'm going to go to speaker mode. Boop. And for my ground, I like to use the copper. Just scratch on it and test on it. This one seems good. I'm gonna go ahead and ohm out each of the windings. We got one, and we should have one again. Oh, come on. 1. That compressor is bueno. Good, good, good. Good. Test on number 2. Find me some copper, and we seem to be okay, which I would expect that, because this is a relatively new unit. Okay, the other thing I'm going to test on is the blower. So basically, instead of getting in there and digging out all the wiring and all that, I'm going to test on it from here. This harness is the blower power. I just know that because I've done these a lot. So we're gonna just pull this harness off without, you know, without chocolating yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and turn her off, because just in case, you know, I get hit too many times. That's probably why I'm somewhat brain dead. All right, I don't remember which one goes to the actual. I hate how they put a contact. Like, how are you supposed to replace a contactor all the way back there? Trane. All right. Get my wires going up and over and in. Test on these to ground and the other side to ground. And negative on those three. Just basically all I'm doing right now is making sure nothing that is of high voltage and important is grounded. I also like to go across the bottom of my contactors to ground. Scratch on a little piece of metal and the bottom of the contactors, because that is what's connected to the actual pieces of equipment that the top of the contactors are not connected. Only the bottoms are, unless it's pulled in, and then it is. So I'm gonna have to go down and check on a breaker for this. I'm not putting this up yet. Let's go on to the other unit. Maybe probably have a breaker on this one too. That's bad. It says 410A kitchen, but they have two kitchen units. One of them's shut off. The other one ain't working. It is 86 degrees in that kitchen. It is slightly toasty. It's an understatement. All right, let's get into this one. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been on an Allied. Pretty sure my electrical, pretty sure it's in here. Let's see. All right. Hey, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. There's a big old motor there though. The belt looks great. Yep, all right. Let's put it back on. Oh, get up and shoot. So I was wrong, people. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been on an Allied unit. That's all we used to do at the last place I worked. Nothing but Allies. Oh look, that's a lovely drain line that goes straight to the roof. I'm sure that's not against code or anything. Surely not. I bet it isn't, but please don't call me Shirley. There's no electronics in there either, and it's on the back side. Oh. I just wanted to, you know, investigate everything, see what they look like. I did all that on purpose, you know. Just wanted to see what it all looked like. It looks great, by the way. It's wonderful. Oh, see, I remember now. And it's all coming back to me. Yeah, I remember now. Been on lots of these. It's just been a while. So, get up, get, girl, sure. She's definitely dead. I don't see any immediate carnage. What's that dude? That's fancy. Huh. Well. So on this one we got two compressors. One of which I cannot even begin to reach, which is super awesome. I'll have to reach it from the other panel. Everything in here is definitely dead. But I can check the compressor windings without actually going to the compressors. So it's going to be this contactor for one. Actually, there's only one oh. Act like I ain't seen nothing in ever. Come on. Oh, there goes my screws. Get over here. I'm gonna go into the abyss and I'm never gonna find them again. That thing's loud. She's off balance. And I don't much care right now. So I'm gonna go to speaker mode and test these to grounds while they're connected. The contactor's not pulled in. Nothing there. Nothing there. Ohm out the windings. I get one, 1, 1, 1, 1. And the blower on this one is off of a relay. I don't know which one. It's either going to be that one or that one. One of them will be the blower, one will be the condenser fan motors. So that one is goes down here. Maybe they ran the direct power from the blower off of the dang. I didn't even test power on this one. I'm over here sticking my fingers in there like an idiot. So we're gonna check on our incoming power terminals. Oh, that's a big old wire nut right there. Look at that's a. Okay, people, that's dumb. I don't care if you did do it. Doing that is dumb. They made a connection with a piece of wire in between both wire nuts. You're just asking for frying to happen, right? They fry things at this restaurant, but that's not what they're trying to fry. And then we reduce from this, what is a number, what is this, what does it say? I don't know. It looks like it's probably a number 8 to probably a number 10. And then we go on the terminal board back here. Why did they do that? It's only one. I'm so confused right now. So we shouldn't have just one. Oh, the other two come over the top because the electrician was lazy or didn't have the right tools. So they just punched a hole. All right, so check the breakers and they're not sized right. So that's a problem. That one, the max fuse circuit is 60 amps. This one is 80 amps. That one is on a 90 amp breaker. This is on a 100 amp breaker. And you're asking, whoa, it's too much. How come that's not okay? Because you don't want this to pull more than 80 amps. If it is, there's already something wrong with it. And if it continues to pull 90 amps and up to 100, then that's when you get fire. Bad things happen. All of the bad things start to happen. We're gonna go on this old one first. I said Allied earlier. It's a Lennox, but they're the same thing. Lennox makes Allied. They look exactly the same. They just put a different sticker on them. I'm gonna turn this sucker on and we're gonna see if we got any sparks flying. The breakers were physically turned off. They were not tripped. So I don't understand why. Because I mean, it's been cold recently, so you had to have these things heating. So why would someone physically turn the breaker off? We're finna find out. All right. So far, no sparks. I'm gonna make sure I got 24. You get 24 to your R. We got 24 volts. Okay, let's see if it's calling for cool. Not yet. So instead of going down and checking out the thermostat and whatnot, doing all that extra ladder climbing, we got jumpers. I got jumpers for days, guys, for days. In my pocket, all day, every day. I wear this extra, you know, shirt today, and it's hot. It's not really hot, it's just freaking humid. Like, goodness gracious, humid. How am I gonna do this without sparking? Oh, that R does not have very good access. I can easily access the Y. Like, I see, like, it's just so easy, like that. And then I want to test on the R, but I've got to be able to get, my thing on all the way, you see. Got these thermostat wires in the way. I'm gonna have to go all the way across it. So there's no, oh, there is. I don't like going on that screw because they tend to pop off. So I'm gonna put it on the back side right there. Now we're gonna go on to, since Y1 and Y2 are jumped together, we're gonna go ahead and just go on Y2 here because that's my best spot. And we're gonna see what happens. Okay. We got both compressors. I mean, it's definitely rumbling a little bit. Maybe we got something out of whack. It's got a lot of vibration to it. If I take this blower panel off while it's on, it just makes everything worse. It's really hard to find when a blower has an issue like that. But maybe they turned it off because it was loud. I don't know. I mean, this is the kitchen though. You shouldn't really care. Let's go to the other one. Yeah. I'm gonna let that start, keep cooling. I'm gonna go to this guy over here, do the same thing. Except over here, we have the tester buttons. I'll show you how those work. But what we want to do first is make sure we try to cover as much of this coil as possible, because we don't want the head pressure to spike. So you have to babysit these. So here's what these test things do. Basically, they'll run through each part. You know, first one's the economizer, then the blower, and then I think then stage 1, then stage 2 cool, and then it will go into the heat. So you just gotta touch. Oh, I got come on people, how come you didn't tell me? You gotta turn the dadgum thing on. I'm smart like that, Jenny. All right, now we can go on to testing on it. So when you know it's in test mode, whenever you see that green LED start to flash. Okay, it's flashing. I don't know if you can see it right there. I can't point because this stupid piece of paper. I don't care about warranty parts. Get away. Okay, now we're gonna go into one more time. I count 1, 2, 3, then let go 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. There's stage 1. And then 1, 2, 3. There's stage 2. All right. People, I don't know. I don't know. From what I can see, everything's working perfectly fine. Someone had physically turned the breakers off. I don't understand why that would happen, why anyone would do that, but some of these are the easiest calls to get. Too bad it's early. That means they're gonna send me somewhere else. That's awesome. I don't see anything wrong, guys. Other than that this compressor is not working right. So this suction line should be starting to sweat. She ain't sweating. I can't see the backside suction line unless I pop the other panel off, and if I do that, well, we got air flowing in from outside. Let's see. I think that one's discharge. That's up to discharge. You can have it on. Can you see it? Yeah, me neither. I do know it's running. And it's definitely hot. So I'm gonna have to throw some gauges on that. Figure out what's going on with that stage. I'm gonna have to take this off. I don't have a choice. It's fine. It's fine. I need to get to that other compressor and make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah, trusty tool bag. Let's see what this one's doing. Are we sweating? Oh no, we're freezing. That thing is actually freezing. That's no bueno. I got problems with both of them. Somebody probably already knew this. That's why they turned them off. That's the problem with taking over from when another company's been with the business for a very long time. You come in and take over, they just, quit. They don't like keep on going with anything. And I didn't keep a crescent wrench in this bag. for the reels. I need to see if this blower's running first. I am going back and forth, I know, and I have to hurry because that other one is doing some weird stuff. Wow, that's not a blower. This must have electric heat. Nope, there's a gas line. That should be the blower. Okay, Trane. It's lovely of you to just make everything different, you know? It's just so sweet. One reason that thing could be doing that is because the blower might not be running. If I knew how to get to the blower, you know, it's got to be this last panel. There's no other panels to pop open. It's got to be right in here. Normally, that's your blower. As you probably would have seen on a previous video. Yeah, blower is not doing anything. So, got to figure out on that one what is going on. Get away! Get out! Blower contactor's pulled in, but she ain't moving. How do you get to the blower? I don't know. Maybe the blower is bad. Maybe I'll turn it off. That's all we're gonna do is. Oh. That was being held on by the suction. Ah, you get to the blower. Oh look, man, she was. Yeah, it's a good thing I turned it off. I gotta figure out how to get this blower, guys. It's gotta be something in this original compartment where it should be. Oh, that stop it. If the blower ain't working, it wasn't working in heater either. Something. I'm gonna have to like read or something on this thing because the heat exchanger's on the opposite side. Come on, Trane, what did you do? This thing doesn't come out, which would give you access to the blower. It's all screwed in from the outside. That may be the only way. I'm gonna look in the backside and see if there's something going on over there. There shouldn't be. It should just be the heat exchanger is all this should be. And then you have a piece of metal that comes down. I don't need to look in this side. This is gonna be one of those, isn't it? I'm gonna have to lift the whole freaking lid off just to get to the blower. I don't know why they would make a design like this. It's got one of those direct drive turbine fans. And I mean, I can see it, the fan part of it. I could see that it wasn't doing anything. So, I just gotta figure out how to get to it. What do those do? I don't know. Where does the wiring go into the blower? Because it doesn't go through here. It doesn't go across the top. This bundle of mess just comes in here and goes right back out. It doesn't go through this wall, so that blower has to get power from something. There's wires there. It's not going to be down here because this is where all the heat and stuff goes on. I think I'm gonna have to take this off by popping the screws on the outside, which some of them are not going to be very easy to get to. Thanks again, Trane. Yeah, there's nothing going on. That's totally not going to happen from that way. All right, guys, a little bit lost here. I don't have any wiring that goes to the blower. I know what wires are. Oh. Oh, aren't I just freaking awesome? Hey guys, you got to plug stuff back in when you unplug it. Don't be dumb. Sometimes. How come y'all didn't tell me? You just sit there and make me look like a moron right in front of you. Wow. That was so stupid. All right. Let's get this. Where's my jumper? Said I had jumpers for days. What did I do with it? Dang thing. It was right here. What is going on right now? You know what? I'll use this. I'll find my jumpers in a minute. Here's another little trick, by the way. You can connect these like this. Now we're in test mode. Oh, I gotta get this thing up. Stage 1. Stage 2. Now do we have blower? Now we have blower, because I'm stupid. I'll admit it. I can admit when I do something dumb, guys. I have no problem with that. Hope I never have to replace that blower motor. Let's go ahead and say that. And I am very happy, by the way, that... Oh, nope, I saw you. I see you. Very happy that I don't have to replace the blower motor, and that this thing apparently seems to be firing away. See what these suction lines are doing now. Oh yeah, they're nice and sweaty. This thing's probably, they're probably in there with a humongous breath of relief. Oh, I gotta check on this thing. I'm gonna put some gauges on this side, and I need to take off this panel. Yep. We're condensating. Hey, it'll be an easy drain line to clear. Not only is it short and right there, but it's also like big. All right, let's see if I can. Suction, suction. Oh goodness. All right, this suction line is doing the same thing, but my evaporator is sweating. Sometimes 410 gets a little weird like that. I'm not worried, basically, is what I'm saying, guys. That suction line's sweating, and this says kitchen on the outside. It is 86 degrees in there. I do not expect this thing to just magically pull it down to 70 when they got fryers and ovens and whatnot all going crazy. So I have nothing left. I'm going to leave this one as it is. Might look at that guy. Let's go look at that guy. They didn't call about it because I think they already knew something was jacked up with it. But it was turned off at the disconnect. That's an old Lennox. I wonder if they just, instead of taking this one out and putting a new one here, they just set that one there and ducted that one into where the ducts were for this one. Makes you wonder. If they did that, they should have run the electrical over that way too. That's old school right there. I like it. Since I've worked on many of these. That one's got R438A in it, which means it's been ripped open at least once. A new dryer. I'm curious if I have power to the disconnect. I'm not going to turn this on because I don't really think that it's ever been intended to turn on. But I'm curious if we've got power in here. Ooh, there's a big old fuses. They're not really that big, guys. Just talking, that's all. All right, incoming should come in the top, and I want to check at the top of the fuses. We've got 0, 0. They may have even removed the whole breaker and run on an entire new circuit. I'm not even gonna dig into this guy. It's probably got, Joe, stop! You dirty piece of junk. All right, we're gonna leave this like it is. Easiest service call on earth. What was wrong? Your breakers were turned off. Yep. We're good. Gotta get that back on. Jumper back in my pocket. All my tools packed up. I'll leave you the boring part to not have to deal with. The only other thing I'm gonna do, which I'm not gonna do videoing, is I'm gonna make sure that thermostat, both thermostats are actually working. Because one of them was completely off and I touched it and the whole faceplate just fell off. So if they're actually working, then I'm gonna leave it alone. So we'll go from there. When you put these Tranes in test mode, this LED is gonna flash. The only way to take it out is to turn disconnect off, turn it back on. But before I do that, just in case the thermostat has a delay on it, I'm gonna go ahead and check and see if I've got voltage coming to Y. And why? I don't know why. I do. So this thermostat is operating. And let's check the other one. I know I teased you, said I was leaving, blah blah blah, but let's see if this one's calling. Because this one was not when I first turned it on. Stop moving. And check to Y. I have voltage. So technically on this one, I could take my jumper off. It should still continue to run. The other one I'm gonna have to turn off so it can be reset and run in normal mode. I will sit out here and watch it turn back on its own. Don't forget your jumpers, guys. You know what happens if you forget your jumpers? This thing don't turn off, and then they will call you tomorrow saying it's too cold in here. Yeah. How do I know that? Not that I've ever done it before, you know. Surely not. Not me. Leave jumpers in. Fine, I did it. I've done it, all right? Only once, but I did it. I'm sure everyone's done it, right? Have you done it? I bet you have done it. Anyway, done with this one, quick and easy. Nothing going on here. Nothing going on here, folks. We're good. Till next time.